Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals. And for this very special episode, we are continuing on with the Jurassic World Rebirth special. And this is the tutorial video on the Anurognathus of Jurassic World Rebirth. Okay guys, so I'm going to make an Anurognathus, and we're going to use this as the base figure. Now you're probably thinking, what are you doing? That's too big. But actually, we're going to use just the wings of this particular creature and create something, well, at least as close as that of the Anurognathus. And I actually made already some adjustments to it, and here is Sammy already carrying the Anurognathus. As you can see here that I used the minifigure hands here that I have left over, and I cut them up here at the center, and I attached it to a stud over here, and then I placed the wings. I chopped up the middle part here, that one, and then of course I attached a head for it. Initially, I wanted the head to be coming from this one, but this one has an elongated snout to it, and the head is rather tapered at the front, while the Anurognathus actually has a round head to it, and this is just perfect for it. We might just add in some sculpting details just to make it more accurate, but nonetheless I think this is a perfect part for this one. And you're probably wondering what this part is. It is actually this is the ones that you use for what do you call this, the stick on the vehicles. What do you call that? We call that cambio here in the Philippines. I know how to drive, but I don't know what it's called. But anyway, so this is what we use over here. Steer, not the wheel. Yeah, but anyways, shift gear, I think that's what it's called. That is what we're using here, and I'm probably going to create another one, because having just one Anurognathus and it's really small requires, or it would need another companion for it. Okay, let's do that. So after a little bit of sculpting, you can see that I've added in some clay putty on the neck over here, so it's not as as thin, and connected it to the head. The head is maintained in terms of what it actually is in terms of shape, and added just two bulging eyes over here. I'm still figuring out how to paint that, and of course added some clay material also on the bottom part of the figure. Now we're going to wet sand this up, and then we're ready to paint the creature. And here it is after we have primered the Anurognathus. It's so small. Actually, I didn't know if this is going to be in the film, since it's a few days to go before the showing of Rebirth, but still I am doing this, so we're probably going to wait until we see the Anurognathus in the film and see what the colors are, etc. Alright, so we went on ahead and primered in white this particular Anurognathus from Jurassic World Rebirth, and I know it's small to end up the series of Jurassic World Rebirth special that I have, but I think it will actually complete the rest of the roster that I have for Jurassic World Rebirth. So for this one, we're just going to quickly paint it. So since this is now primered in white, we're going to use some acrylics over there of different or various colors of green. We also have here some permanent markers over here, brushes of course, some water, and of course our handy dandy hair dryer. Okay, so let's start slathering some paint on this Anurognathus, shall we? Okay, so the first color would be this mixture of meadow green and some of the phosphorescent green that I have. Here's meadow green, and we're going to coat this evenly on the figure, and this is going to take several coats, as you know green is quite a hard color to paint on a figure, and it takes around several coats of the green. Wanted to have, you know, light coverage for the first coat, and then we're going to hair dry it and then repeat the process until we attain that desired opacity that we want for this particular color of green. So for now, we're just going to paint on the figure as much as possible, as what do you call that, as complete as possible as we can, so that we don't have, you know, paint brush strokes all over the figure, since it's quite small and it's going to be very noticeable when you put it on camera. Alright, so now that we've covered pretty much everything, although it's a little bit splotchy, we are going to fix it somehow. So we have here a much lighter color of green, and we're going to paint this on the underside of the creature, and we're going to, you know, let it sip and dry and see how the contrast of colors are, and if it's still too dark and too close to the colors that we had on earlier, then we're going to put some more white into it. By the way, this is a yellow green. We added some more yellows to it, and then we add some white, and like I said, we're going to adjust accordingly if needed, if need so. So aside from, you know, painting on the underside of the creature, we're also going to use this same color to paint on the wings, like so. Next is that we have this dark blue-green coloration. We're just going to dab it on where the eye should be, and we're going to dab it in excess because it's going to be where the silhouette of the eyes would be. It's going to line up that particular silhouette, and also going to do that on the other side. Like so. And now that we still have this coloration, we can put this on some areas of the back, the Anurognathus, because it would most likely be, you know, some feathering details on the figure, but it's not going to be very apparent. Oopsie. Like so. But it's going to give the figure a little bit of variant in color, so we're just going to do this and kind of extend it also on the lower parts of the head. Give it some hair-like details. Going to also color the Lego part. And here are the winners for Guesses PC contest. We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are: Hydra 23 Gamer, Heroic Toy Tales, Rainbow Racer, Ima Spinal, The Snoring Allosaurus, Daryl Collins, Lego Prehistoric Planet, Lloyd F1U, Kulosaurus Customs, and John Payo Live. Congratulations everyone, and of our top 10 winners:
Top 10,
Customs 14,
Top 9,
Jurassic Tex 30,
Top 8,
Evolve Rex 25 Official,
Top
and
7,
Rotten French Fries,
Top 6,
Barry Edison,
Top
Electro
5,
Raptor Studios,
Top
And
4.
Suplo 9202.
Top 3.
As that.
Top 2.
Tokusaurus.
And top
And
1.
Distortower Rex. Congratulations everyone, and if you'd like to join yourself, just click on the Extinct Freaks icon. It will lead you to the Extinct Freaks homepage. On the homepage, just click on the community link to see all our posts. Okay, so we mixed up this light colored teal on our palette, and we're going to brush this on certain areas of the head of the figure. There are several scaling details that I actually noticed in the Anurognathus in the film, and also in some of the references that I got, and we're just going to somehow mimic that by putting in several details on the figure, such as probably small scales on the side of the face, things like that, just to put some detail on the figure. Actually, if it's not very apparent, then yeah, you can see that, right? So we're going to extend this also in the side of the mouth. I see that there are some details like that also on the figure. See where it goes from here. Alright, now so here's a hold your breath moment, and we're going to just put on the eyes on our figure, and this is just white, and we're going to dot that there. Yeah, so I guess that's quite right. I'm going to do this on the other side. I'm not gonna show it in video because I might mess it up. Alright, now so we have here some paint, and we're just going to color the insides of the mouth, being careful not to mess up the face of the Anurognathus because we already painted it. So probably in the future, if you're doing small figures like this, it's better to paint the insides of the mouth early on, and then lowers the risk of messing up the figure after. That was good. Okay, so we have here a marker that we're just going to dot and the pupils. I guess that's good. Here's the other side, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put on some details on the nostrils. I'm going to save that for later and see how it goes. Alright, so we have here some golden yellow. I'm not sure how this gonna end up, but I'm just going to lightly put some veining details on our wings, let's say. Really cute, sparkly even. Going to do that same on the other side. Just a little bit. A little touch goes a long way. And that's it for the video tutorial on our Anurognathus. I hope the camera is catching up all of the details on our Anurognathus. It's a simple build for a simple costume, but it's quite hard as well because it's such a small figure. But I hope you like this one. I'm going to put on the next video part 2 of this one for a closer look, and we're going to also compare it with some other small pterosaurs that I have in my collection. And yeah, so we might even get a bonus video of all of the costumes that I've had already for Jurassic World Rebirth. So I'll see you guys very, very soon. And as we always would say, guys, let's inner dino